Hi guys, Eric here from Lozo. Today we're just going to do a quick review of HDStraps, Hoang Dat, or Tuan Vu, depending on what name you want to call him, straps. I've done a review on his strap maybe years ago already, so this is more of like what happened since 2 years or 3 years since, and since this is just a follow-up review, it will pretty much be unscripted, and I'm just going to compare it with an existing strap I have from him. So let's get into it. So one of the major changes, if I could recall correctly, is that he now has a box when shipping. Before it was only like in a plastic, in a padded bag. Now he has a strap with his branding, HDStraps.com. Thanks for choosing us. So upon opening, it's more or less simple. It's just a box, but it's better than what it was years ago. So I ordered 2 crocodiles from him. So let me just move this one away. I ordered 2 crocodile from him, one orange and one white. Both are measured at 105/65, so short size for my small wrist. The orange one is 18mm and the white one is 22mm for my Oxford Junior. So for comparison, this is what I have from Hoang Dat before, so I'm just going to be comparing this two with this one. So you'll notice immediately one of the major things that's different is the direction of the stitching. It actually looks more straight than what it was before. So before, you would see that it's pretty much more pointed down, a very obvious saddle stitching, but in this occasion, it looks more straight. Even though it does look more straight, you could actually see that there's still a bit of a pattern going and pointing downwards. So I inquired to Hoang Dat about this and he said it's all still hand stitched, no machine involved in any of the stitching. So just so you know, like people might be asking like why that does it look more straight? It's just because they changed like the styling of their stitching, but you could still see a hint of it pointing downwards on the front side of the leather, so that's perfectly fine. Edge painting, for the most part, still looks really good, so I got no complaints on that department. Probably one of the major differences is that the engraving used to be laser engraved. So if you compare here, this one is laser engraved, but this one is now slightly punched. So I think the laser engraving had some additional cost for him, or it got too expensive. Not exactly sure why, but he said that they could still do a leather emboss. It's just not laser engraved for those who actually prefers laser. This is my first time also opting for a quick release spring bar. Nothing much to say from the looks of it. It looks like your standard quick release spring bar, so I'm not going to delve much into it. Stitching for the most part is what I would expect of Hoang Dat. Really good, really clean, not very noticeable glue or burnt marks on the tip, so that's pretty good. Buckle, standard buckle, nothing to write home about. There's just a bit of we call it sloppy work, but it's not that great of a gluing on the keepers on the white one, but I think it's because Hoang Dat has been pushing out, like he has actually a whole line of workers. It's not him who's making it. It's one of those things that just passed from him. Other than that, this is pretty much what you would get from a Hoang Dat strap. So if you read my blog, I used to rave him quite a lot. I love his product, I love his work, but there are now better competition for more affordable pricing. Granted, like Hoang Dat has solidified himself as one of the top Vietnamese strap makers, but there's just so much of them now that for a lot less, it's very comparable work. Would I still recommend him? For somebody who doesn't want to try something new and who just wants a very like trusted and who's going to do a decent work, Hoang Dat is still fine for most people. He has a Facebook group where people would buy 5, 6, 7 straps because people do believe in his work. And I do buy occasionally from him again, and this is one of those occasions as well. But will I buy from him again? Probably not for a while. I do have other strap makers now that I prefer from Vietnam, so I'll see how I go with those one. Like always, like, subscribe, leave some comments below if you have any questions, and I will see you in the next video.